Welcome to the AlbionTV War Report, your source of live battle coverage featuring the top guilds and alliances of Albion Online. Today is the 8th of July, 2021. I am your host, the Shozen One, and I am joined today by Robinhoodrs on the play-by-play and Bogul on the knobs. We are currently watching Reject Sanity get destroyed. Yes. They got crushed. They got hammered down to nothing. I don't know how much we caught of it on screen. We tried to come in early to catch it, but I think we may have just barely missed it, guys.
Yeah, their command moves got away as well. So, I mean, that's round number 2 for the anti-PoE coalition already. Off stream, we saw CIR get absolutely annihilated. And it looks like Blue Army just zoned in on top of Tamashi. So we may get another round of action now because the queue just kicked in. And looks like PoE CIR is also on the field as well. But remember, we have all of Steve. We have all of Cole in here as well.
Yeah, these are definitely not the only members of the Steve group as well. Like, the coalition is represented in this room.
Yep, and it's going to be quite interesting to see where the fight takes place. Are they going to choose to go open ground, or are they just going to try and bait the timer for cluster queue to see what happens on next rotation? Not 100% sure yet.
They probably want to see who's coming in. They want to know how many are coming in to make sure that they're not getting the treatment that we saw yesterday happen to these guys, where they got cluster queued right out of the zone and destroyed by Blue Army and PoE in a very similar situation to this.
Oh, they found themselves a dungeon.
No, don't go in the dungeon.
They went in the dungeon. I don't think all of them are going to make it into said dungeon, but a lot of them did.
I think they all made it in the dungeon.
I'm quite surprised they didn't take that fight. Considering Cole was in there as well, unless they got zoned out. No. So I just hopped on Noob Slayer. They're just zoning out now with Sunkabro Woods. So all of Cole was in the map.
And Steve's coming back out.
Level 36% disarray debuff for Cole.
They decided to go to crossing.
What the hell are they doing?
I don't know, but they teleported using the... well, there's Nope and Reject Sanity over here in small numbers. I don't know if they're just catching these guys off guard. Right next to a hideout, I think, yeah, they're demounting. Tamashi is demounted. He's got just a few numbers of Nope. And I'm like, 6 or 7 of them here. It's not worth, zoning for.
Yeah, I mean, so for them to go from Sunkabro Woods all the way to crossing, that means Rivercop's curve was cluster queued itself. So,
yeah, I'm not sure.
An interesting play there. Looks like Menace are also on the move as well. They're already into Fire Saint Caldera. I believe they're about to zone into High Tree Borderlands. There is other blobs around in this zone, but I don't think anyone's going to be taking a fight here. Cole, Steve are zoning back in. What the? Communication? Or am I just not seeing things correctly here? I don't know.
I have no idea what's going on here right now. I'm trying to find out who's in what position. We do know that Homeless Crew isn't here, which is, a good percentage of the fighting force for these guys. But I don't know if the play is to just run away all day. I don't think that's what they would do. That's not, the Elevate we know and love.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird situation. Obviously, with Homeless Crew not massed today. Okay, so I just checked Rivercop's curve, and it's all of Steve. Like, the remaining members of Steve and Shrek are in this zone cluster queuing it.
Okay.
Or it was cluster queued on the northeast door. So,
good positioning move, I guess. Like, just I don't know. We'll give it to them. That they probably
we got 11 minutes.
They're playing, 4D chess on us here, and we're just like blind to the reality.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah.
But yeah. So Today, in terms of objectives, we have Driving Confluence 3 hideouts currently lost a shield yesterday from the anti-PoE coalition. So that's up for defending for them today to try and reclaim those shields back to full. We also have Flamog Fork, which has that Homeless Crew hideout sitting on 2 out of 4 shields. We saw it time and time again go down to its final shield. Is it finally going to go down tomorrow if they're able to secure a shield removal today? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see on that one. And then, obviously, you know, the standard territory launches in between, just so they can put some pressure across the time slot here. But yeah, the big one, definitely Homeless Crew not mass today. And that's going to allow Reject Sanity and Nope to focus all their attention back onto the main fights, because that's the separation that we saw, right?
Right.
Nope and Reject Sanity can cluster Q a zone by themselves, and they were purely focused on Homeless Crew fighting around Flamog Fork. Now Homeless Crew's out of the equation. That's a lot more pressure onto the anti-PoE coalition today.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I'm kind of surprised. I just interviewed Africa Now last night. We're going to have the interview on right after this show at 19 UTC before we do the Crystal League classes at 20 UTC. It's going to be an interesting afternoon for sure here on AOTV. But yeah, I really thought they would be showing up today in force and then hanging out afterwards and watching their GM on AOTV. I don't know what's up.
Should be quite a decent interview. I don't know if it's a national holiday over there or anything. I'm not 100% sure, but I did ask Africa if he was massy today, but no response, so not sure.
Maybe the internet's out.
Maybe.
In all of... Maybe.
Yeah, it's a possibility, right?
Hey.
Happens. I remember having lost internet for nearly a whole entire day for the UK and didn't know what to do with myself. I sat in the garden looking into the sky.
Did you have beer?
Yes.
There you go. Problem solved.
I didn't want to bring it up, but yes, I was drinking.
There's a tiny fight on Fastorius from Hammerfall.
Let's check him out.
Oh yes,
small scale stuff.
Yes, I forgot the Hammerfall guys they got launched on by Grimside here today up in Widemore Flats. It looks like Hammerfall are back in the action once again. We've seen them time and time again, but that group's getting caught in double siege bows and an armor pierce came out. Luckily for them, not enough follow-up DPS came with the siege bows. Those healers doing some work. It looks like they have their DPS and healers split. Quite a few using the outer walls of the territory to our western side to their advantage. Looks like another group of Groomer are coming in on the eastern side. Big engagements. The return's going to be coming in. Great Grovekeeper engagement. There comes the Armor Pierce into the Camland as well. But the other group of Groomer are engaging on the western side. They need to do something. They need to apply full pressure on this eastern side and get them deleted. But look at the push on the western side. They're already edging in. Not enough CC, but Hammerfall doing a very good job. They deleted quite a few, three or four, but they lost one or two. So a trade coming in. Hammerfall, I believe, are outnumbered. Nice Camland. Grovekeeper stunned into the Armor Pierce. Huge clap. But the Enigmatic Staff is going to save it. Followed up by the Permafrost into another Camland. Come on, one bit of more DPS, and there it is. One or two members going to go down as well. Hammerfall looking very good, but their backhand did get clapped in that engagement from the eastern side. And this is what happens when it's small-scale ZVZ action, especially when you're up against two split forces here. It's kind of difficult. They have legit, I think, one full party, and that's it for Hammerfall. And they're up against at least two. They're going to push out on the eastern side.
Very hard to fight off.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they're trying to find something here on the west. Not going to find much. Guards are, in there for their advantage. They're going to get pumped up here. They need to be careful. Get out of the siege bow. The heals are down, the Judicator's down as well. Okay, a little bit robot-y there. I think there's a storm coming or something. My internet's been a little bit iffy today.
All right, I think it might be me here, Robin. I'm trying to figure out which one of us.
It's Robin. It's Robin.
Oh, it is
You're
Robin? Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I couldn't find out which one of us was robot. Usually it's me who has the bad internet, not him. But maybe the UK, after we just talked about it losing the internet, has lost the internet. But right now we got Hammerfall, like you said, completely outnumbered here against Grimside. They're going to be trying to just hold the best choke they can find.
They have help-friendly territory guards as well, right? So it makes it okay to be outnumbered. At least
I don't
slightly.
know. I don't know if this is a very high-level tower, Bogul. Sometimes, you know, the level ones don't help out a whole lot. Right, they're just playing a little bit of the positioning here. Grimside just not, or Gormer, my bad, not Grimside. It's Gormer and what is the name of that guild there, Bogul?
I can't see, it's too far away.
Yeah. Croix del Sur?
Maybe.
Well, maybe. We don't know. But here we go. Gormer is coming in. We've got the first engagement here. Nice clump, but no follow-up on it. We're going to see if there's a return onto these guys on the wall. Nothing comes out. Just a little bit of back and forth against the tanks who went in. Nothing's going to result in a death here. I think everybody's going to be fine. Ezio should make it out okay. He's the only one getting hit.
Almost got one.
I don't know. They were out of ease, Bogul.
Yeah, but that last tank there looked a little low. I'm on the other monitor. I'm jumping around trying to see if there's anybody out and about, but everybody's still just posturing. We'll hop on to somebody else once we find something. So don't worry, guys.
Yeah, this is this is gonna be slow. Actually, we just looked away for a second, and somebody from Gormer died here from Huge.
What are they trying to do with this territory? Is it just trying to take it over, and then Fastorius and the Hammerfall guys just are defending their tower? It's seems like a very different scale than what we're usually seeing here on the show.
Generally, we watch some larger scale fights, and it's this is kind of on the small side. I have been told we should have content soon. I have to hop over to it. Let me get that for you.
Believe I should be back.
You are.
Okay, cool. Yep, had a little bit of internet issues today. That's the second time it's done that in the last hour. Not 100% sure what's going on.
Well, if you go robot again, we'll just let you know, and then we can make you quiet, no problem.
Yeah. Looks like Hammerfall and the boys are still battling it out here in Widemore Flats. Nice engagement. The counter comes in. Hammerfall looking to push out Gormer here on the eastern side. I'm going to pick off one or two, maybe fall back onto tower. It's only 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining until the tower can be pacified here or claimed, or depending. So Hammerfall are falling back onto tower, just getting ready to start the channel to pacify their claim here for the territory. Overcharges are indeed pumped as well. It looks like Gormer are looking for an engage. I don't know why they're not fully engaging on the tower. Do they not know that defensives are down? That was a questionable Grovekeeper there, Fastorius, but I'll let you off. I've done it once or twice. Just engaging onto a wall. It happens, you're in the moment and you're pushing back a major ZVZ force. You get carried away, and look how low they are here at the back end.
Wow.
The pressure getting applied here. Hammerfall are getting...
That's going to be enough to get some kills right there. That's how you get pressure on your opponent after a good counter engage. And I didn't expect that from the numbers they had. I thought it was going to take a little bit longer, but they're making these guys pay. That's at least 4 down so far.
Yeah, it's going to be a full push. It looks like Gromar are broken here. Very
Wow.
nicely done by Hammerfall. But they need to be careful. 5 seconds until that tower can be claimed. And if they're out chasing people around the field, someone can easily sneak in and claim the territory off them. So they need to be careful that someone's going to be there to pacify. I'm going to actually double check
on
to
the
make sure.
timer. Nobody's on the tower yet.
Okay. All right. Hammerfall having people falling back. Here we go. Yeah, Purple Pie is pacifying the tower.
Purple Pie.
Yep.
What a great name.
It looks like Hammerfall are going to be victorious here.
Yeah, well done from Hammerfall there. Small numbers, but well defended, well played. Didn't overextend at any time when it looked like things could get out of hand. They waited until things got into their favor, and they struck. They struck hard. Pushed them off.
Yep,
Well done.
there it is. Hammerfall have defended their territory in Widemore Flats, and it looks like Gromar are coming back for round number 2. Festorius already on the warpath, chasing them out. Oh, that's a big Grovekeeper engagement. There comes the Armor Pierce, followed up by the Judicator Helmet to keep him stunned. Here comes the Brimstones, and it's going to be a very nice deletion here on top of the boys of Gromar. The push continues. Hammerfall making quick work of these guilds, all coming together, trying to claim this territory. Very nicely done. Do we have any major wars happening to the south, or is it just a bunch of ditty dancing?
Well, we have an interesting thing about to happen here over in Sandmount Ascent. Apparently, the Sith Alliance has broken apart, and all the different guilds are going to attack each other over here in just a second. And I'm already starting to see some deaths appear on the field. I'm currently watching Mando Shark.
Okay.
Yep. It should be interesting to see if they get into a battle here. And I'm thinking it's 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 different groups. We have
Interesting.
I have a bunch of different names here. I'm getting the different callers right now.
Wait, all of these hideouts are now unfriendly towards each other?
Yep.
This is what Albion's about. Then this is going to be a war zone up here.
They disbanded their alliance. They said we're all going to fight each other. It's on like Donkey Kong, and we have 4 different shot callers. We have Mon, JP, Larchie, and Amonks, as well as Mando Shark. So hop around those guys and let's see what we can do.
Alrighty, I see a lot of everyone just mounted at the moment. There's a blob holding castle, but they're all friendly for the time being.
I mean, they can't attack each other's hideouts, right? They can just... Is anybody actually launching an attack there?
No, I don't think they're launching hideouts. This is more of a kill each other's group. I don't know if it's really going to happen, but, it's worth watching something different for a change.
The M3R hideouts have the thing, but... Tower, I mean.
Alrighty, while you do that, I'll keep you updated. Okay. This is something that I missed. On Noobslayer 79 right now in Thunderrock Upland, one shield has been removed from CIR's hideout here, and they're currently hammering away, so it looks like another shield will be removed. Unless PoE can make an appearance. It is cluster queued, but I don't think they have anyone in the zone just yet. No, that's all Steve right here. Cole as well. Okay. So it looks like a objective here for the anti-PoE coalition is removing a shield off this hideout. We're just going to quickly check to see what's happening in Driving Confluence, because that's the zone
That's
where
the big one. Yeah.
And it looks like Steve...
All right, Bogul, over on Mando Shark, we have some action right now.
And
on a bridge. Bad spot to get caught, Mando Shark. You were mounted and ran right into Purify. Not the way if you're the shot caller. You're going to want to regroup and hope that M3R doesn't come over the top and catch you on the bridge. Both sides completely hammered. That's not the way, boys. Oh, you have to get off that bridge. How many guys are you going to lose?
Oh, that longbow is just tearing them
You're going to lose
apart.
them
Oh
all. Now it's Purify versus M3R. I believe we have M3R's tank as well.
Oh my god.
Is it
I'm trying to
Larchie?
find it.
Larchie is the tank.
Yeah, actually, he's a brimstone player.
Oh, well, he's their shot caller, so sorry, that's what I got for the shot caller.
That's fine. We'll take it. Looks like Purify are getting beaten back. M3R are holding here.
Mon JP is over fighting as well over against Slayer Society. So there's another fight over here. This is more like 6 groups fighting against each other. This is wild.
It's insane. This is what I like to see.
This is what Albion's about.
Yeah, exactly. You know, screw the alliance, screw the hand holding, just go at each other and just see who comes out on top. It looks like Uprising King are going to be taking down Slayer Society here as a big permafrost comes in on the remaining members. Are they going to go face off against Larchie over to the southeast side? That blob is growing ever much in size as the Uprising guys clear up everybody on the west. One guy got knocked down to a mob during the battle. Happens. Is Larchie back in the action? Larchie's actually mounted up coming towards this group. I'm going to stick on Moon J Pig to see how they defend themselves here versus a very large group.
What did you just call this guy?
Moon J. I don't know, dude. Whatever
Moon
my mind.
Moon J Pig?
Yeah.
Do you mean
I don't know why I
JP?
said that.
Mon
Yeah.
JP. Mon JP.
Mon JP. I don't know why I said that, dude. What the hell is wrong with my mind?
Maybe Milk Tea
I
Pig
like
made
Milk
an
Tea
appearance
Pigs on
there.
the mind, yeah.
Moon Pig is a very famous advertisement over here in the UK.
Oh, okay.
So that could have been it. I don't know why it just popped in my head. I hate that advert. It looks like Uprising are going to be zoning out. They are heavily outnumbered. I wouldn't take that fight if I were you. Okay. Nope, they are out. It looks like Larchie isn't going to be fighting anyone else as they back away as well. Anybody fighting down in the major server war down here?
Oh.
No, not yet.
Syndic's in Thunderrock Upland now.
Tamashi's also in Thunderrock Upland, along with King Mojo. Nope's also here as well. Tamashi just rode right into Cole and Blue Army and Reject Sanity.
Oh.
They're going to back off a little bit, give some breathing space for Cole to start pounding away on the western side. Who are they going to find first here on Tamashi? And a little bit of
Got some Noob Slayer action over on the other side against the Blue Army as well.
Are they fully engaged there?
They're about to. They're on the back
Alright.
side.
They're about... Okay, so Tamashi's about to fully engage CIR here. CIR actually coming in for the first blow. Going to connect some good TBS onto the front line, but that's going to be able to get soaked up real quick. And now we're going to see them turn and burn. No locusts down for the front lines of PoE, and they are just getting clumped and dumped by Elevate and Steve at the moment. Blue Army are wrapping around on the eastern side as well, causing friendly fire for CIR and Blue Army. But Tamashi's going to be backing off to his west. He's already done enough damage onto PoE's front line to allow him some breathing room. Cole coming in on the north side. Blue Army, it looks like they're split with 2 different callers, I believe, in this zone. If they have a group to the west, they have a group to the east. Cole are in a tight spot. Elevate and the boys need to reposition themselves a little bit here. Looks like CIR going to be engaging over the tops. Defensives are down right away. Locusts and Innomatic staffs along with Adjudicators soaking up that engagement. And look at the return already. CIR's DPS just got annihilated there. What was that? Even Saychat is saying, what the heck just happened? We do not know. CIR in full disarray at the moment, just getting stomped by Elevate and the boys. And it looks like another push is coming in. Nice defensives coming down for CIR. Defensive inertia rings and Icicle on the floor, stopping the push. Grail Seeker's going to be shutting it down in the back end as well. But CIR, they're lacking their DPS that's just been removed from the game. and I believe Cole are fighting on the other side, I believe.
Yeah, against BA, they've got them on another choke there, and it's very much a diddy dance, if you will. Nobody's really able to cross. It's a long bridge, and then you have Steve over the top. But Steve is being engaged on once again. Wow, very effective charge here, honestly, in that lower level of Steve. Didn't expect that.
Yeah, I mean, PoE...
I mean, the return was brutal in that, there's a bunch of dead CAR at the other side of that cliff, but, numbers. Yeah,
I mean, PoE just did what they did just before when they got wiped, and they didn't learn their lesson. It looks like Blue Army, though, is connecting with Cole to the west. Elevate are going to start getting sandwiched here. Blue Army may collapse in on top of Elevate from the north. CIR slowly advancing in. Very bad spot for Elevate right now. The heals are down. The locusts are down. The Ego is just sitting on top of them, pumping out his E. That's going to interrupt all spells getting casted. There comes a massive Bride of Fury, forcing out a lot of heals coming down. Defensive Inertia Rings and Icicles slowing down the push here. It's going to force Elevate into a major clump. The Countdown's coming in. I don't think they're going to be able to survive this engagement. It is huge.
Engagement by CIR. They were completely engaged. They ran out of cooldowns on Steve, but they held. They're still alive. If they can turn this would be incredible, but they've got to push all the way through so that they don't get hit again by Blue Army, and they have to hope that Call and Noob Slayer up there with Menace can hold against BA, which it looks like they're doing. Right now they have Maiden BR on one side, BA on the other. That is not a fun place to be, and they're getting pushed right into the backside of Steve.
Yeah, and Elevate are just soaking up the engagements. Finally, looks like they're breaking out from the eastern sides. Another big return engagement onto CIR, but Blue Army are on their tail to the western side where they just came from. PoE, foe retreating to the eastern side. Defensive Grail Seekers and Icicles are down, slowing down the push from Elevate, forcing them into another big choke. Enigmatic Staff onto the front line is going to be soaking up this engagement pretty well here for Steve. The push continues. The resets are down. Blue Army, though, are directly on their tail. They need to do something. They need to do it quickly. They need to push right into CIR to force the friendly fire engagement from Blue Army to stop this push. I don't know what happened to Cole. Did they get fully wiped?
Call mounted up. They are done. Noob Slayer is fleeing on his owl. He's out.
Oh, no. And it looks like Elevate, it's going to be their final stand here. Are they going to try and mount up and get away? I think so. Netty here, half HP on his Basilisk. He's going to be fine. He's already pretty much out.
That was an impressive mounting right there. He got out pretty easy.
Yeah, Cluster Q is still active. I don't know if reinforcements are going to be coming in for the anti-PoE coalition, but
who do they have left?
I don't know. But goddamn, that was some intense battles right there.
That was
Blue Army's catching up some demonic guys. Sorry, Bogul. Oh yeah, there were a lot of people in a very small area on the map right now, and Elevate did not have anywhere to go in that engagement. That was a rough spot to be in, and have Call and Steve right next to each other like that with no place to go, completely surrounded, with Blue Army and Maiden BR each having their own separate choke they could go down to attack, meaning they were never going to overlap, having CIR underneath, which could just throw bodies at it and not care.
And while all that was happening, we need to hop onto Dominate because he's currently fighting PoE in Sungmoro Spring. I was wondering where Surf were, and they are occupied with PoE 2, so Scoia'tael, Sun, Hammer and Sickle, and a bunch of the other guilds that we don't rarely ever see until they're called upon, aka the Renters. And it looks like Dominate has his hands full, out in the open with no choke points to his advantage. And it looks like he's going to get a regroup here directly in the middle of the map. PoE may be backing off. Reinforcements will start trickling in soon as PoE, like we just saw, just wiped out the anti-PoE coalition up north. So
Player's fighting again.
Oh, okay. All right.
He's mounting again.
Okay. Looks like Surf and Dominant are going in for their next engagement here. Scoia'tael very split. PoE 2 all around the map at the moment. Dominant he's struggling to find these clumps, and he's just not finding much. I mean, Where's the camlands? Just kite yourself to a choke point to the west or something. Start using that to your advantage, because right now, PoE 2 are in their. I mean, this is their prime. Like, they are out in the open. They can just swarm constantly, and you're gonna find some clumps, but one or two members of Squirtle are gonna go down. But surely PoE 2 can just be wrapping around from all sides at the moment. We're seeing a couple of Steve tags appear, but I don't think it's going to be a full force. I just think it's going to be one or two stragglers at the moment. It looks like Dominant and the boys are just clearing up. It's so unorganized here. Did the PoE 2 not have a shot caller? Okay, they do. Luex is on the field, not on his command mammoth. Something that I've kind of noticed lately with this PoE group. Their shot callers aren't using command mammoths anymore. We saw it yesterday with Syndic. Remember when he died? He was on foot. Now Luex is on foot. He just died. And is Syndic on his mammoth today?
He wasn't, no.
No. Okay. So yeah. Interesting. I don't know why.
Mando Shark is fighting again, by the way.
Okay.
And the Fricks are on the field.
Was it Mando Shark?
Mando Shark, yeah. And the Fricks are on the field. I just want everybody to know they are recruiting.
Always. Looks like Uprising King is getting pushed back here. Mando Shark looking for that clump. He could find it to his west. It looks like another group is flanking around from the south. It's going to be M3Rs. They come steaming in. Night Homes are popped, but it's going to be a good shutdown here by Wrath of Dawn. Now they're split. Their healer's in a spot of trouble here. He's going to get picked off.
Yeah, that is not the place to be in when your shot caller goes a little bit too deep and you follow him till the ends of the earth. Oof.
Yep, and some weird say chat spam, but okay. Looks like they are getting pushed. That's a big clump coming in here from Purify. Very nicely done, and that's going to clean up the remaining members of Wrath of Dawn. Maybe one turn left inside of them. They're looking for something. Mando with a knockback there, but all his DPS are pretty much dead, and it's going to be GG here for him. Push continues. I mean, these groups they've been at it for a while. Back and forth, back and forth. And I'm getting word that there's content elsewhere. Let me just go double check. Blue Army are dismounted on top of Cole in Rivercop's Fount with a big engagement on top of King Mojo here. The full push as the wave of Blue Army come crashing into Cole. They don't want to overextend themselves because Homeless Crew are coming in from the western side. And it's going to hit the back end of Blue Army. Cole looking for another engagement on the eastern side.
Where did these guys come from?
I got info. I can jump in on that afterwards. But Homeless Crew aren't fully massed today. This is just a group of them that wanted to go out and gank anyway. So it looks like they found Blue Army's backline. Good engagements coming in. Cole, though, not taking full advantage of that as they didn't engage from the east. And Blue Army's going to be able to stabilize here in Rivercop's Fount. I don't know if PoE are here as well. Looks like Cole, though, are lining up their next engagement from the eastern side. Nice defensive knockback there from the Command Mammoth as Cole comes steamrolling in. Big clumps. Look at that damage output into the back end. Very nicely done, but the return comes in. Both sides taking casualties, but I think Cole Menace are just going to get cleaned up here unless they have another wave coming in, crashing in over the top.
Where's June? Where's June?
I don't know. We're in July.
Is it past the June time already?
I think so. It looks like I don't know if they're fighting another group. Maybe CIRs appeared on the map. But look at this push. Look how aggressive Blue Army are playing this field at the moment. Just not letting up the pressure on top of Cole as the push continues to the northeast side of the map. Defensive Icicles slowing down that push along with a defensive knockback from the soul side by Dell. Good to see him back on the field once again. Shout out to Dell, my boy. As it looks like Cole, though, are going to be getting cleaned up and Blue Army are going to be victorious here in Rivercop's Fount. Just going to be checking into Free Roam real quick to make sure I'm not missing anything else. Okay, Nope was also on the field, and PoE 2. So that's why Core were so occupied to the north and not engaging the back end of Blue Army when Homeless Crew went in.
That explains it. Yep.
But yeah, just to give an update, we did ask at the beginning why Africa wasn't online. Africa was busy with real life, and Galadino, his internet went down. So they weren't able to mass.
Internet went down.
Yeah, it seems to be a common occurrence today.
Yeah, there's a storm outside my house, and I just got my fingers and toes crossed that it stays online during our 5v5 show today.
Yes. But yeah, Homeless Crew massed up enough to gank CTA, and that's what we saw there. Not their full force, not their official mass of a Zerg. But yeah, God, it's already 20 minutes past. What's been going on with the hideouts?
We didn't even look. I don't even know. Are there hideouts?
Okay, so Driving Confluence, all the shields have been replaced, and they're all back up to 4 out of 4.
Okay.
So that's a win for the anti-PoE coalition there. Thunder Rock Upland, CIR's hideout gained its shield back, so 5 out of 5 on that one. So it's a win for the PoE coalition. Homeless Crew's hideout lost its shield. It's down to 1 out of 4 now, back in Flamog Fork. And yeah, that's the hideout situation. So wins on both sides. ZVZs have been hit and miss for both sides as well. Some very, very juicy fights indeed. And it's also good to see that we covered some smaller scale content as well with the boys in Hammerfall, and along with everybody else up in Sandmount Ascent that just decided, screw it.
Time for fighting.
What's Albion if we're all hand-holding in one zone? Let's just drop alliance and kill each other. And that's what we like to see.
That was the best thing I saw today. That had me excited, and I wanted to watch as much as that as possible. I got a little bit more background information. Apparently, they've been fighting for over an hour, and they said that they expect the fighting to become a little less over the next 30 minutes, but they're going to continue to be out there. Just wild times, ending a alliance with a bang right there. That's a good way to do it.
Indeed, and it's going to be interesting to follow that. Like, what happens around that zone? What happens to the hideouts? Are people going to defend their own hideouts? Like, is anyone even going to mass enough people to whack a hideout in the zone, considering everyone's against each other? So you'll just get hit by different guilds if you're trying to whack a hideout. It's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be a cool dynamic, I think.
I hope we get to watch a bunch of it. It looks like King Mojo is taking on a crystal spider right now.
Yep, he's just found himself.
They are certainly cool looking.
They are. Everyone's having a lot of fun with them at the moment. It's I've seen some of the loot as well. I've seen a drone, one of the Avalonian drones. I think it was a 8 mil loot. Someone got a T8 Avalonian artifact from one. Very juicy.
Wow.
Lucky son of a gun.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. But I think that's going to be wrapping up our war report today. We do have a couple other shows coming up, Shozen, so maybe you dabble in and let the audience know what's coming.
Yeah, like we did say this earlier, we do have an interview with Africa Now that we did last night, and we're going to air it today in just a little while at 19 UTC. After the 19 UTC show, we'll be in about like 1945 or so, coming in with the Crystal League 5v5 classes, where the 5 casters of the AlbionTV team will be playing level 1 crystals.
Lord have mercy on the audience.
That's the first time I think 3 of us have done it during release.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I touched actual competitive 5v5. Bogul, how about you?
I think I will get an achievement after the first game.
That's it all.
Right.
And Shozen, you've been doing arenas as well, and I think this is your first actual like proper 5v5 in terms of crystals, like
for release.
Yeah. Okay, so it's good. It's going to be fun. Good luck, Lupak and Tazik, walking us through what we have to do. But it should be an enjoyable thing to watch. Maybe you guys at home will learn something from us being so bad. tips and tricks and all that jazz. So I look forward to seeing what happens in that show.
And if you don't learn anything, at least you'll be entertained and you'll have some ammunition to make fun of us later.
I mean, you could
that's
always
it.
try and queue against us, right? So
Oh,
True.
Bogul, you're not supposed to tell them that.
Oh, yeah,
The last thing we need is good teams to start
swear.
queuing into level 1s just so they can maybe get a shot at us. You know how many poor people will just go get stomped because of that?
right, don't
don't queue
do
for
that.
level 1. We're going to level 2s, right, guys? Wink,
Right,
wink.
right. Let's change.
Bogul's funding it.
Yes.
Uh,
Well, you did say you'd fund it if we win a level 1. So
that's news to me.
you said you'd fund this.
I think Shozen's putting words in your mouth again, Bogul.
Right.
Robin, you're supposed to be on my side on this.
I've seen Lupak's money stack. I'm counting on Lupak to fund this now.
All right, yeah. Get him a
The
few
man's
more
not doing
friend
much.
requests.
Oh, all right. But yeah, you can check out our YouTube channel as well, youtube.com/AlbionTV, where we upload all the previous shows for you to enjoy. We have the 5v5 20 versus 20 Crystal League coverage, along with the war reports and Invasion Day battles. We have the Hellgate Showcase, along with the feedback loop on there, along with the daily shows and interviews. But at the moment, our interviews can be found elsewhere, can't they, Shozen?
They sure can. You can find those on soundcloud.com/AlbionTV or any place you listen to podcasts simply by typing in Albion TV into your search bar. If you do that, you'll be greeted with nearly 100 fantastic interviews featuring some of the most charismatic and interesting fellows of all of the Albion Online community, as well as a few developers from Sandbox Interactive. So do check those out if you're interested in how the game works, who the big players are, or just the history of events that have gotten us to this point we are at now.
There we go. All right, it's been a glorious war report. Stick around for our upcoming shows, and we shall see you in 15 minutes?
Maybe 20.
Yeah, 20. Yeah, somewhere around there. Stick around. All right, guys, we're out. Adios.